I'm Michael Che.
And I'm Colin Jost, and we've got a little secret. Actually, it's a pretty big secret.
Well, now you gotta give the people something.
No, I'm not saying a word.
Oh, then people won't know to tune in. Come on, tell them a little bit.
Like how we're hosting a live comedy event streaming only on Peacock September 12th.
Exactly.
Or how it's called New York After Dark, and it's a comedy show that only features drop-in comics.
Boom, you nailing it, dude.
Michael Che's phone number's...
Whoa, hey.
New York After Dark, some kind of live comedy thing. September 12th, only on Peacock.
You love it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
Yo.
What's up, everybody? It's got a good one for you today.
We got our boys. If we don't know,
I'm excited about this
are,
one.
Yeah, if we don't know who you are, I'm Eric.
I'm Sean. What's up?
They know.
They know
by now.
They know.
I think they're watching like, who is he?
Yeah. We got a cool episode tonight, and it's brought to you
If you don't know, then
by,
you don't know.
That's true. Who's it brought to us by?
It's brought to us by one of our rich person Patreons.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Our VIPs.
The ultimate VIP.
If you don't know what that is, Patreon is a platform that allows you guys as listeners to support us.
Yes.
To provide, how do you say it? Money?
Yeah, like it's like monetary support.
Yeah.
You do get bennies within that.
Yeah.
I want most people to know too, like most of the communication happens on our Discord. It doesn't really happen through the Patreon app itself.
Yeah.
So if you are a Patreon subscriber, make sure you are in the Discord because that's when you're communicating directly with us. If you are at this level, this what we call the rich person level, you get to select your own episode. You also get crazy access on the Discord, all these different channels that no one else has access to, and you get big discounts on merch, which are coming next month.
That's right.
We just ordered a shipment of hats that are coming in next.
That's right.
Next 2
excited
weeks.
about that.
So you're almost going to get them at a cost. I mean, pretty close.
Very close.
Yeah. So we appreciate you guys, and this is brought to you by Big Worm.
Big Worm.
He's been a supporter. I mean, we're going to go with a he.
Oh, it's a dude.
It's a dude.
He's 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
He is a dude.
Yeah.
I know Big Worm's a dude.
I know
Big Worm's a dude for a fact.
You know.
And he's a dude.
I know, but I mean, the word
What are you hesitating
Big Worm,
for?
the word Big Worm.
Oh,
That
okay.
doesn't sound
But
like a chick.
I know, but we've never established if he's a woman
Big Worm's
or
a
not.
dude. For sure.
Yeah, for
I've
sure.
talked to that bro. He's a dude.
He's a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
All right.
dog. Fucking my dog.
Yeah. Cheers to you.
Anyways.
He requested this episode, which is the Oklahoma City bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was actually surprised it wasn't on our list.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It really wasn't.
but I'm
We made
actually,
an original 100 list.
Original list, and it
I'm
was
actually kind of excited to go through this one. There's a
So there's a lot of history.
There's a lot, yeah.
or there's a lot of story behind this.
yeah.
There's a lot of story behind this, and so bear with us as we learn this story because I didn't actually know a lot about this.
I don't know much.
Yeah. Okay.
I just know some.
Yeah.
And it's also what we do.
Yeah.
Like, our format is this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the backstory.
Yeah.
And then we
Exactly.
beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So, if everybody's probably heard of the Oklahoma City bombing.
Yes.
Even the city itself is now known as this experience because you know what I mean. You kind of tie in Oklahoma City with maybe a few
it's
things.
Like the thunder.
And
then like
a few
bombing.
things, and then this. So anyway, so if you haven't heard of this, then buckle in, and we're gonna go over the story.
I would say a lot more like if you're our age, you know about it. But like if you're a little younger,
young blood.
Wait, our age or his?
No, our age.
Yeah, our age.
Yeah. Sean never heard about this because
Oh yeah, because you guys
he's
are
a different generation.
6 years old, 7 years older than me.
Sean
Whoa.
just reached the level where he can rent a car. So he's,
I'm 35. What are you talking about? I could rent a car 10 years ago. Like, what are you talking about?
can't get a hotel
I have
by
more
himself.
grays than you. I literally went to Walmart and I bought these fucking White Claws, and the guy's like, I'm like, oh, I got my ID. He's like, I don't need it. I was like, cool.
Great.
And I was like, what? And he's like, the grays. I was like, God damn it. They fucking got me.
Okay, the Oklahoma City bombing. So the morning of April 19th, 1995, it began like any other in Oklahoma City. The sun was shining. People were going about their daily routines. And the Alfred Federal Building, a concrete structure housing various government agencies, was bustling with activity.
I love that word, bustling.
Little did anyone know that ordinary day was about to be shattered by an event so devastating that it would be forever etched in American lore. The nation's collective memory and the city name itself would be tied to this moment forever. At 9:02 a.m., the calm was violently interrupted by a massive explosion. The blast was so powerful it could be heard and felt over 4 miles away.
Holy shit. That's like a fucking nuclear bomb.
Windows shattered, cars were blown off the road, and the Murrah Building itself was partially reduced to rubble. So almost like the half the building
Just like vaporized.
fucking
Dunzo.
nuked.
Yeah.
I mean, not nuked,
No,
but
we're
yeah,
trying.
essentially,
That's
yeah.
just a euphemism.
Yeah. The explosion tore through the 9-story building, leaving a gaping hole in the facade. The destruction was horrifying, and the floors pancaked on top of one another,
Yeah.
trapping many of the nearly 600 people that were inside the building at the
Oh,
time.
fuck.
First responders on the scene within minutes, but the scale of devastation was overwhelming. As they dug through the debris, a grim picture emerged in the initial report, which was 168 people, including 19 children, in the daycare center that was in the building, lost their lives.
Damn.
Dude, that's fucked.
So over 600 people were injured that were not of the 168 people that died.
Okay.
It was the deadliest terrorist attack on American soil up to that point.
Yep.
Right? Because this is...
This isn't, this is,
Yeah.
this is, well, 9/11
yes.
was 2001.
Yeah,
This is in-
exactly.
This is in the 90s.
Yeah, this is 95.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I remember seeing this in the news. Like I could still see the picture of the building.
of what was happening. Yeah.
That's like basically the only thing I remember. Like that image is like burned in me.
So at this time, I
Pretty
was
crazy.
I was 8 years old.
Now, since I was so young, I was like, fucking.
You weren't even born.
I was born in '89, bro.
Okay, yeah. You were 6-ish, 5-ish. You're 5-ish. Yeah.
Okay.
But you were 10.
Jorge was 26.
I was
Working
Paying
at,
his taxes.
he was working at the mill.
I don't know. I was born in 81.
Yeah, so you're 14.
Yeah.
You were 14. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Why do you?
Damn. It's like that one. Like, have you seen that? No, that Kevin Hart one where forgot that guy's name, but he's he goes, he's like he's 57, and he's like, damn. Like, you haven't seen that? Oh man, I got
It sounded just like
Was it Denzel? No, it wasn't
No,
Denzel.
not Denzel. I mean,
Denzel's in the 60s.
I'm so bad with names, but
I know.
anyways, I'm
No,
gonna
it
send
was
you the
on,
clip.
it
It's
was
so
on
funny.
the show Heart to Heart.
Yeah, it's on his podcast. Yeah.
and he was
I
talking
still-
to somebody. I forget who it was. Who.
I personally
So
am
bad with
partial to the
names.
she.
Yeah.
She.
Love that
You
one.
down for day drinking? She.
So in the immediate aftermath, the people of Oklahoma City exhibited incredible resilience, and the ordinary citizens became heroes. So it's kind of like
It's not-
you
it's
almost
kinda-
look at it like
that's kinda- that's kinda how it
9/11
goes,
vibes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
9/11
9/11 was like
vibes.
the whole country was like America.
Yeah.
And then now it's like everyone's like,
So basically, so this happens at 9 a.m, and then you have firefighters, police officers, and volunteers who rush to the situation.
oh, totally.
And these are the
heroes,
frankly the heroes of the situation, because then they go, fuck it, I'm going to put myself at harm's way
Oh, to save these people
and jump
save whatever you
into
can.
an
Yeah.
exploding 9-story building and try to
And
get
you know, it's
people
kinda
out.
still shit's
Yeah.
still falling down. Like it's
Oh.
like yeah.
Burning,
Yeah.
you know, la la la. So they worked around the clock, often risking their own lives to pull survivors from wreckage. Now, if anybody has been part of, I haven't,
I have not. Thank God.
but if you've been part of trying to, what's the word, like excavate people from rubble, it's fucking dangerous.
oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like
One
it's-
of my buddies is he does like volunteer work, and his guy is named like the Topos, and they go like whenever there's like
Oh,
big,
yeah, I heard about-
yeah, like
yeah.
whenever there's like earthquakes and shit,
Yep,
and, like
yep.
buildings fall down, like do they go in there?
They're
Like-
Mexican, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I
my
remember.
homie's not Mexican, but he's part of them. They're part of the group.
yeah.
and they go and they execute.
That's true. There's like one gringo with them, right?
Yeah, that's him.
That's
and, like,
him.
so he's like a trained nurse, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and so they excavate people from like buildings that have collapsed from earthquakes, and it's
Yeah.
super dangerous. It's
Yeah.
like super dangerous.
So obviously, it's a tragedy, and what's interesting about tragedies is it also brings out
The best in people.
yeah,
Pretty much.
and
Kind of unites people in a way.
People are put in a position of horrible situations, and then some people rise to the occasion.
And it's also people like start to like, it
Yeah.
becomes more like humanity and
Yes.
not just like individualism.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
everyone like
race goes out the-
everyone
yes.
becomes a group.
Everything
Everyone's
goes out the
one- yeah.
like gender goes out the window, race goes out the window.
Oh yeah, it's just like we're
politics goes out the
we're a
window.
group.
And it's like mankind.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
humans.
Exactly right.
And we're like, dude, we're all in this
Yeah.
together, brother. Let's fucking survive. Which is amazing. Which is like the best part of humanity.
So that's what happened at Oklahoma City, which is that when this happened, everybody rushed, who were in any sort of specialty anywhere, even if they were a medic, firefighter, police officer, etc.
Anybody,
They
yeah.
rushed to kind of go, okay, fuck. There's a child care there.
Dude.
That's crazy,
There's
man.
there's people just
Oh, the
working
childcare
there.
is really-
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's a dark.
That's like the
It's
most
fucked up.
that's the most fucked up part.
I know.
The 19
it's fucked
kids.
up. Yeah.
Like once you have a kid, it's like the kid.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
And so, what's interesting is we'll go into like some of, the suspects and the people who did this, but the point that Sean makes is the most important point, which is, regardless of what we think about this next person, which is Timothy McVeigh, right? Children were killed.
Oh yeah.
So as far as how much you can believe in something, you still killed children.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh.
Like whatever you say, like
does that make sense?
irredeemable.
You know what I mean?
I don't give a fuck.
Even if there was no children, like, I mean,
Yeah.
But
you,
the fact that there was
there's
children-
nothing
But
to
there was
justify. There's nothing to
irredeemable.
justify that.
Yeah, exactly.
irredeemable.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing you can say that
Yeah.
make me
So-
like make you cool in my
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
fucking toast.
So, but like I said, in these weird circumstances where there's a tragedy, there are people who rise up to the occasion and they
Yeah.
become heroes, or however, I don't know what word you
I like
use.
heroes.
I'd say
Heroes is
heroes.
a great word.
Heroes
that.
without capes kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing. So, but then the question then became, after the salvaging and the rescuing, etc., is who could have done this? And why?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Who could have done it and why? And in the immediate aftermath, speculation ran wild. Some thought it was the work of international terrorism. Now, granted, this is 95, so it was a little different.
Yeah.
It wasn't 2001.
No,
Right.
this is before like.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's also like and not, this is not like shitting on Oklahoma City, but it's not like Oklahoma City doesn't
Yeah.
really hold any sort of like specific
Yeah.
relevance to like
True.
You know, it's not like-
Internationally.
It's not like it's not like New York is known internationally. It's like it
Yeah.
is just what it is.
That's right.
You know, just like DC is. Like,
Yeah.
that's where the
Yeah.
capital is. So it's not like
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not
Some-
like shitting on Oklahoma.
some
Oklahoma
thought-
City is great. I'm not,
Some thought that it was connected to, so I don't know if you know this, but in 2 years earlier, the World Trade Center was bombed
Oh yeah.
in 93. And it was a smaller bomb that obviously didn't take the towers down.
Yeah.
But it was a bomb essentially in the
Nonetheless,
lobby.
yeah.
It was a terrorist attack in the lobby.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah. So some thought it was connected to that. But as investigators sifted through the rubble, they found a crucial piece of evidence, which was a rear axle from a Ryder truck. Now, if you know Ryder is like a rental.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
yeah.
it's
It's,
like what's a fucking thing?
It's
called?
like Enterprise, but for trucks.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they found a rear axle for a Ryder truck, which had been used to carry the bomb.
Okay.
So that was the first piece of evidence. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, they build those axles are fucking built for tough.
So the investigation quickly led to a man named Timothy McVeigh. And if you've heard this,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
heard Timothy McVeigh,
yeah.
yeah. McVeigh, a former army soldier, had a deep-seated hatred for the federal government, the U.S. government. He had rented the Ryder truck used in the bombing. Along with an accomplice named Terry Nichols, McVeigh had packed the truck with a deadly mixture of ammonium nitrate fertilizer and a fuel oil, creating a bomb powerful enough to bring down essentially half of the building. On the morning of the attack, McVeigh parked the truck outside of the Murrah Building, lit the fuse, walked away.
But like,
Wow.
why would I guess maybe you think like with a bomb that big, they're never gonna know it's like the truck you rented. Like what about Ryder? Like the guys at Ryder, like, but where's the truck, bro? But like we need the truck back.
Yeah.
It's like it's gone. Like like you probably didn't think that. Like, are you like not thinking that far ahead? I don't know.
So this is the FBI's official report, and this is what they say. They say the identification of a twisted rear axle from the truck led directly to a local rental agency.
How the fuck did they identify that axle? They're like, ooh, this is a
Which
Ryder
in
truck.
turn led investigators to McVeigh, who rented the vehicle.
Isn't that a little interesting though? Like, how the fuck did they know it was that from that Ryder? How do they know it's a Ryder truck?
How do you?
From an axle.
I mean, I could understand a Ryder truck, but how do you signify it? It's
From that. I know. That's what I'm
rental.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
how do they know it from that rental place?
Yeah. I mean, unless there was like Ryder
Like
on the side.
No, it's like
maybe like
Outpost
a VIN
425.
number. I don't know.
No, but it's an axle.
But it's an
man.
axle.
I know.
There's no
I don't know.
VIN
I'm just
number on the
fucking
axle.
thinking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jorge.
Yep. Now,
Don't think.
Stop thinking. Just fucking live.
Now, this is one of the biggest parts of the case. Is the axle led to McVeigh?
It's a little starting off a little like
Okay. So there it is. It allowed law enforcement to narrow their suspect down to McVeigh, and the report continued saying that a massive effort was launched to find McVeigh, who had been arrested 90 minutes after the explosion.
What the fuck?
By a state trooper for driving without a license plate.
Sketch.
Okay, really?
So by luck or by karma or by the acts of God,
I don't know.
he was pulled over by a state trooper because he had no license plate.
What an idiot.
I mean, you're just asking for it.
I know,
Like,
what
what
it
an
is.
idiot.
I'm like, what
At
are
least
you
steal a
doing?
plate and put that plate on there.
I know. Do anything. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, you just bombed a building.
Yeah.
Like, you think
Have a license plate.
I'd take a bus. Like, just get the fuck out. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
It does. You know what's crazy is we've done a lot of these episodes now, and we've got like MLK, we've got RFK, we've got JFK.
They're all so like ridiculous. It's
Yes.
like MLK is like he left the gun on the
Yes.
floor, like, right there. Like,
It's almost like a similar thread of like the stupid dude.
they're all-
Doesn't think it through with all these details
he just is like piecing out.
They
and he's, like,
traced it back
driving
to
around.
They traced
and,
it
like,
back
fuck
to
it.
the Ryder thing. It was his receipt.
Yeah.
The Ryder truck was like right there.
Remember Lee Harvey? He like walked to a movie theater, shot a cop,
And I shot the car.
fucking jerked off in a theater, and then you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
like
It's insane.
what's the word? Aloof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, aloof. Just kind of yeah.
I think that's like there is a concept of you do bad things and like you inherently
karma.
just don't you want
Yeah, you're gonna.
criminal wants.
I mean, that's also like bad. It's bad, but it's also stupid. How do you drive around without a plate? You
I know.
you're gonna. Anybody's
Yeah.
gonna get pulled over.
dude,
So,
it's just-
Of all
especially if
the
you're trying
things.
not to get pulled over.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
wasn't even speeding.
Yeah.
This is no license plate. Like what the fuck?
So I wanted to spend a moment and talk about Timothy McVeigh. And so we'll go through this real quick. And so Timothy James McVeigh was born April 23rd, 1968 in Lockport, New York, a small town near Buffalo. He grew up in a working class family, the only son of 3 children. His parents, William McVeigh and Mildred Noreen, divorced when Timothy was a teenager, a period during which he began to exhibit signs of emotional turmoil. Per the psychiatrists. He was known to be shy and reserved, often retreating into a world of fantasy where he imagined himself as a hero against oppression.
I mean, haven't we all?
Yeah.
I mean, legit.
Correct.
Like, that's what you just explain my childhood.
McVeigh's early life was marked by an obsession with firearms and the military.
I did not have that.
Okay.
I mean, I do
Yeah.
now. But
As a teenager, he became an avid reader of survivalist literature and developed a deep mistrust of the government.
totally.
After
Yeah.
100%. Fact.
Sure.
Preach.
After graduating from high school in 86, McVeigh briefly attended Bryant and Stratton College before dropping out. In 88, seeking direction and influenced by his interest in military, he enlisted in the United States Army.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. During his time in the Army, McVeigh excelled as a soldier, earning several commendations, becoming a decorated sharpshooter.
Unlike fucking Lee Harvey.
The opposite of Lee Harvey.
Opposite,
Yeah.
like actual decoration.
It was in the Army that he forged a close friendship with Terry Nichols, and Terry Nichols was the accomplice that the judge or whatever said that he was the accomplice in
They
it.
cannot.
yeah?
I was going to show it, but they cannot see that.
So he became a decorated sharpshooter, and we're gonna put those. We're gonna put those.
Yeah, I want to put
photos
those
for
up. I want to put
Yeah.
it up 100%.
Yeah. I mean, the building's like half gone.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Look at the cars like
Yes.
outside. They're fucking toast.
McVeigh's military service included a tour in the Gulf War, where he served as a gunner on a Bradley fighting vehicle. The war further shaped his worldview, intensifying his anti-government sentiments.
This is like
Yeah.
the fucking like this war was ridiculous.
Exactly. So
Like,
that
why
was
are we
the
doing
concept.
this? Okay.
He was in the Gulf War, and it was like, why are we doing
This
this?
is so pointless.
And there's some interviews that you can go on YouTube and you can see, and he was like, why? He's like, I killed people like via a sharpshooter, and he's like, they're just normal people. And
Well, yeah,
why
it's
did I
like-
kill them?
Because the military-industrial complex,
Yeah.
baby.
So the difference
that-
I
make
did
that
notice,
Yeah.
the difference I did notice between like say Lee Harvey and him was he wasn't stupid.
No, Lee Harvey was. I mean,
McVeigh was not
yeah,
stupid.
Lee Harvey
Yeah.
was completely useless.
Yeah.
like he was the most useless human.
Lee Harvey
He
was,
was just-
unintelligent.
Timothy
Yeah.
Timothy
Yeah.
was just crazy.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know,
smart, crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes crazy and smart is a fine
psycho.
line. A fine line.
Yeah, exactly.
But McVeigh's military career, however, did not progress as he had hoped. After failing, so basically he went into the Ranger program
Didn't make it.
and he washed out.
Yeah.
Yep, happens.
Yeah.
Happens a lot. You go to Rangers or SEALs.
Basically,
or
the
you get
hardest shit to
a
qualify
hard
for.
one.
Well, the Rangers and
It's-
SEAls are the two, like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like the elites.
Yeah. So he washed out physically. Like he couldn't physically get through
Yeah.
the program. And I
There's a reason why
mean,
it's hard.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would do okay.
Yeah, right. They'd be like, Eric, you're waterproof.
Your arm hair is
impressive.
That's impressive. to say the
Eric and
least.
I get to 10,000 steps a day, and it's like my knees hurt.
I know.
My
I have to
knees.
text somebody.
Sweetheart, pick me up. I'm at 10,000. Broken.
Pick me up.
Drove there. Pick me up.
As he became disillusioned with the government saying like it wasn't his fault that he washed out.
Oh, okay. So now,
And it
okay.
was a government
Okay.
So
kind of.
this is when the crazy starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
Oh, they didn't want
No,
me to be a
Sean's
ranger.
right.
They could not. Like this
Sean's
is when the
right.
crazy.
This
starts.
is when the crazy started.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when the crazy started.
Well, see, look, I understand like not believing the government, but like it's not like, oh, I like fucked up a job interview. I'm like, the goddamn government again. He don't miss. The government don't miss.
So keep in mind, he's like in his mid 30s, and like that was his entire life was military. He wanted to be the hero. He
Yeah.
wanted to whatever, and he washed out of Ranger school.
So now what do you do? And now you're just
Yes.
like all your anger's like,
Yeah, and so you kind of make a target, or you find a target, and the
Yeah.
target. I mean,
you find the bad guy so you
Yeah.
can be the hero.
now to be honest, I'm not. He's not. I don't think he was necessarily wrong about the Gulf War being wrong.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
no.
I agree with that.
Like
That doesn't mean that you
it
gotta
almost
kill
seemed
people.
like it almost seemed like it was a logical path of. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be in the military because I don't agree with what my management or the government is telling me to do, which is kill Iraqis.
Well, this is
Right?
like the
Yeah.
funny like I
Yeah.
don't know how did you like arrive at this situation? It's like government's making me kill people who are just like living their life.
Yeah.
So to
For
get
oil or whatever.
back at them, I'm gonna kill people who are just living their life.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't,
like,
I don't know
how
we
do you like
arrived to
arrive at that
Yeah.
conclusion? Like
Yeah.
you're doing the exact thing that
Yeah.
you were pissed that you were. What the fuck? I don't understand.
So he drifted through various jobs after he was offloaded from the Rangers. Yeah. And he began to immerse himself in anti-government militia movements.
Oh God.
Yeah. And that was gaining momentum in the early 90s. He was particularly influenced by something that happened, and I don't know if you know about it, which is the story of Ruby Ridge and Waco.
Oh.
You ever heard of the Waco standoff?
Yes.
Wait.
So the Waco standoff was in 93. It was called the Waco Siege. And it was
Damn, that far. I didn't know it was that long ago.
Yeah, and they call it like a cult of like 100 people.
Dude, I do remember this. Yeah.
Yeah, and the ATF
They were
essentially raided them.
Yeah. There was like a Netflix.
Yeah.
documentary on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they raided them, and
They fucking killed all of them, right? Didn't they?
And essentially, what happened is they raided them for 40 days, and they played like music, trying to get them out, etc. And then they tried to put in tear gas and gas,
down, yeah.
and then they accidentally burnt them.
They burnt them. They killed all of them. Yeah.
And they killed them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't remember that
It was
part.
fucking horrible.
Yeah,
it was
literally like
it was
animals
absolutely
burnt alive.
disaster,
Yeah.
horrible. Yeah, and I don't even know if it. I don't think it warrants an episode because we know
exactly what happened.
the ATF did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ATF was like, shit.
And they accidentally put like gasoline into the building, and then lit it on fire.
We accidentally.
It's on video.
It's on accident.
Yeah, it's on video.
Whoops, it is.
And they just lit it on, and like 70 people died.
How do you? Is
That's
it
crazy, man.
accidentally?
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
not meaning to do this, but
fucking ridiculous. But what's interesting about this part of the story is that Timothy McVeigh was watching
like live.
in the parking lot. No, they filmed
he was
him.
in Waco.
Yes.
Why was
Really?
he there?
He was
was, like,
selling
part of the
bumper
cult?
stickers, anti-government bumper stickers,
Man, how did you get
in the parking lot of the Waco siege.
Can you imagine having like that
Wow.
vocation? Like,
Yes.
what do you do? I sell bumper stickers.
So if
the government.
if you wanted to go deeper into it, you could go on YouTube, and there's an interview of one of the news reporters interviewing a guy selling bumper stickers out of his car at the Waco
Was it
siege,
him?
And it's Timothy McVeigh.
No.
Oh shit!
Fucking way.
And it's 2 years prior to,
Wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows like the
yeah,
it's just more it's like further like
yeah.
look at him, he's going on the
And
rabbit
it
hole.
was the extreme right. It was, you know, the bumper sticker that had a Nazi symbol that said, you know, like, if they want to take my gun, then, you know,
Why would it have a
locked
Nazi?
and loaded.
Why would it have a Nazi symbol then?
Oh yeah, come and take
no,
it.
like tyranny, like against opposing
Oh,
tyranny.
okay. I was like,
and-
what? I'm
No,
like,
no, not that he believes in Nazism, but
But
like,
he's saying like, yeah, like
but like, yeah, they're saying
unlimited freedom
they're saying
for
that,
me.
that the Bush administration, which was at the time when Bush was president,
Yeah.
that it was a tyranny against
the
weapons.
father or
The father.
Yeah.
Yes. Not G-Dub.
Not
G-Dub.
G-Dub.
Yeah.
Not my homie.
yeah,
well, G-Dub was very soon afterwards.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah, because G-Dub was during 9/11.
Yeah. But it's the extreme. Now you gotta take in mind that was 35 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it was a little different than the Republican Party now. It was a very a very extreme right of the NRA.
But it wasn't even
and-
like really the Republican Party then.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it was,
no.
I mean, I don't think the Republican Party was ever really like maybe like
No.
in
Yeah.
like 1776. Like, they were like,
But you see how like the Republican or the parties change over.
course.
Oh,
over
yeah. Of
decades.
course they do.
100%.
Yeah.
Look at
So
the Democratic
anyways,
Party. I mean, like, man, they used to be like JFK and like the fucking like
Yeah.
those guys were the shit.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, they were the best.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So it's just an interesting anecdote to the story, which is that he is in the video
that's wild.
Yeah, that's
of the
crazy.
Waco siege that happened right before it. Yeah. So these events radicalized McVeigh because what happened then
he wa-
after
he watched it happen.
he
yeah.
watched the ATF kill those 70 people.
So he's like, the government.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
instantly
Just
like,
fuel.
I was right.
Of
Yes.
course, it's just gonna fuel
And
him.
so he started to believe that it was his duty to fight back against what was perceived as a corrupt
And
and,
he's on
oppressive
this like fucking
regime.
hero vibe again. Like,
Yes.
I am the hero of my own story.
And this incident supposedly, now you guys decide in your own minds, is this incident led to him going, I need to take action.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Like you were in
You're
the
raging
parking
out.
lot, you're selling bumper
yeah.
stickers, they fucking murder all these people, and he's like, yep, everything I thought is true.
also he already had that whole sentiment about the government, and then this just kind of confirms it. Like he was looking for like a reason.
It's like the straw that brought the camel's back.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
this is it.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's like, give me a reason, motherfucker.
Just give me a reason.
So, but like that could have been like the thing that he was looking for, that confirmation or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he had his whole experience through the military, but then he gets back home and like he sees the government do this.
Yeah, so maybe like he was like, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. They see that it's like, it's them. It's my time to fucking act.
So he was arrested.
Okay.
Timothy McVeigh
Perfect.
was arrested for the Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
City
We're
bombing.
like fast forwarding now, right? Like,
Yeah.
not for selling bumper stickers.
No. So
illegally.
yeah. So he was arrested
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the bombing because of the axle that
Which I
had
still
connected.
don't quite understand how they did that,
That's
but
a little,
okay.
it's a little
Yeah.
sketchy.
It's beyond my capacity
Yeah.
of knowledge. That's fine.
So the trial of Timothy McVeigh was one of the most high profile in American history. The evidence against him was overwhelming.
It's like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Yeah.
In 97,
OJ.
so it took 4 years.
Damn.
No, it took 2 years. Sorry, 2 years. It took 2 years, and in 97 he was found guilty in all counts.
Okay. Yeah.
I wonder what
Because
other,
this happened in 95.
What other evidence they have?
Yeah.
They said it was overwhelming. Like they fucking
Just that he was there. He was scoping it out. He left the scene. The people saw him leave the scene.
Oh, yeah.
The axle was to the car that he rented.
Okay.
He was an anti-government.
I didn't know if they had like
They have a video of Waco.
I don't know if they go to his house and there's like fucking like bomb material.
Yeah, the
I don't know.
fertilizer and whatever else.
When he was arrested, he was pulled over for driving without a license. You remember that?
No, without a license plate.
In his possession, he had anti-government literature.
Yeah, I mean, but like that doesn't really mean
I know.
anything. Like,
I know.
I mean, like it's like he was wearing a shirt that said "fuck the government." They're like guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but I want to
it's
know.
like he's wearing a Bengal shirt. It's like, I'm not saying he's like a loser, but like,
these episodes are.
no, I get what you're saying.
No, but like
that's
I didn't
the
know if
point.
like if there was actual like bomb material. Like I don't know if we have that, but like they said it's overwhelming. To me, that's overwhelming evidence. Like
Yeah.
we found the fucking.
I wonder if they
detonator.
had like cameras or something back then.
Yeah.
That
Like,
if they had him
they
on
show
camera,
him,
like
in the truck,
Yeah.
like, rolling up.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be overwhelming. For me, yeah.
It was later revealed that McVeigh had originally planned to carry out the attack on April 19th, 94, which is exactly 1 year after the Waco incident.
Oh, okay then.
But there were delays in acquiring the materials and finalizing the plan. So the choice of April 19th was not a coincidence. It was the 2-year anniversary of Waco.
Oh, okay. So that's
Okay.
They're kind of adding to the fuel.
So he's on video at the Waco incident,
This
selling bumper stickers. I don't know.
Anti-government.
You know what I mean? And
I
then
mean,
it's
obviously,
on-
there's a lot of circumstantial for sure.
Sir-
A lot of it.
Correct.
Whole fucking
Very
shitload of it.
circumstantial, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but like, where's the? Yeah, like, sure. If I was there, and then you'd be like, I'd still be like, you
What's
can't.
up?
Like, what have
Yeah,
I done?
it still
What have
doesn't
I'm wearing a
not
shirt,
enough to convict
I'm
him.
wearing a shirt that says.
Yeah.
Fucking the tree of liberty. Like, okay, so what? Like, where's the? I know, like, where's the fucking evidence?
T-shirt should not convict
It has
you.
no bearing on, like, I know they're like, but that T-shirt though, guilty. Like, all in favor. Say
He's like in Oklahoma without a license plate. I mean, like 80%.
guilty.
80% of people are driving in Oklahoma without a license plate.
I mean, it'd be impossible to find jurors that were not.
like-
what's the word? Like when you're.
Bias?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I know they're like
I know,
guilty.
but
Yeah, so like day one, they're all like, "This motherfucker's guilty." Like,
This motherfucker sketchy shit.
you know what? I don't know, and maybe we'll
like his face.
We'll go
Yeah.
to. Don't we have a forensic Patreon? Jenny.
We do.
Isn't it Jenny? Jenny maybe can help
Jenny
us out
said
with.
she would be our forensic expert.
Yeah, so maybe she can look into how much forensics are involved in an axle
Yes.
being recovered from a rental vehicle, and could you trace that?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit Jenny up on Discord.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like,
know what I mean? I don't know the answer to that.
I really don't know at
Yeah.
all.
It seems far-fetched.
It does.
That's
How
the
would they
only
know
thing
it
that
was
so
from that?
far-
There's how many rental places
Like,
there
if
gotta be in
you're-
OKC?
if
There's
you're-
gotta be a shitload.
If your Tundra was in an accident and all I had was your axle,
They'd be like, we don't know who the fuck this is.
would I
Like,
would
we
I
got
know
no
it was
clue.
you? Would we
Hell
know
no.
it was him?
They'd
I
be
mean,
like,
I'm telling you, unless it has like some VIN number, but other than that, how do you know?
I don't know who the fuck this is.
Okay.
There's
All
no
right.
way. There's
Good
no
to-
way they would know.
Yeah. All right.
That's why I think that, like, to me, that's the only like sus thing,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that they're like this overwhelming evidence. He was pulled over with an anti-government shirt on.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Okay, so the trial of Timothy McVeigh was one of the most high profile at the time.
For sure,
Right?
totally.
In 96, 97, and like we had said, it was overwhelming in the trial. It seemed like it was overwhelming. Now, we'll go over it later, but there is the concept of trial by media.
Well, yeah, I mean, walking
Right,
the
That's what I'm saying. Like, how
Yeah, like-
how possible is it that these jurors were not biased?
Oh,
Like,
yes,
come on. now.
exactly.
It's impossible.
Yeah. During the trial, McVeigh showed little remorse for his actions. He claimed that he was acting in defense of the freedom of America.
Oh, so he pretty much admitted it.
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay.
Nobody didn't admit it.
but
he
that's
said he
pretty
was-
much.
But how was he acting in the defense by not
Yes.
bombing it? In the defense of America, I did not bomb.
So he was found guilty.
yeah.
He was sentenced to death.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did
In
that happen?
June of 2001, he was executed
Oh wow.
in Indiana.
For what? Like, was it like
Indiana.
Injection,
Oh, okay. I was like,
Indiana?
Indiana.
Indiana.
Why Indiana?
That's where the trial
Maybe
was.
it's like a state that they
Yeah,
could
that's where the
fucking.
trial was.
Maybe they like did a trial there so that they can get jurors
Out of
jurors that
Oh,
weren't in
yeah,
OKC to
Okay.
make it like more
yeah.
Yeah, a little more
like
fair.
variable. Yeah. Like,
Strangely, it was exactly 90 days before 9/11 that he was executed.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know why that's strange.
I
but-
mean,
I mean, it's not. It's not like related,
Yeah.
but
yeah. I mean, it's a building. That's
but
what
I
it-
mean, you know. Anyways, so and then
Whatever.
Terry Nichols, who
He's a homie. He has a accomplice.
was the homie, yeah, he had helped McVeigh build the bomb, but he did not participate in the attack. So he just helped him build it in the house.
That's still illegal, though, right? To
Yeah.
build a bomb?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
He was also tried separately, and he was convicted.
of what? Like second
Conspiracy
Yeah,
or
accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Conspiracy to
The FBI's
Bomb
report
building.
emphasized his role, stating
terrorists, like fucking
I think
everything.
he would go Guantanamo.
Nichols provided critical assistance in the procurement of materials and the construction of the bomb, although he was not present at the bombing itself.
Just as guilty.
Nichols received a life sentence without the possibility of parole.
It's almost worse.
but not the death penalty.
Not
I'd almost prefer the death penalty.
I know, right?
There was one other man. His name is Michael Fortier, who knew about the bombing in advance, but he didn't report it.
Is that illegal?
So he didn't. Yes. So he didn't participate, but he knew about it, and he didn't.
Like they
report
were
it.
friends or something, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that I know that's like a weird like kind of gray area. Like I know something bad's gonna happen, but I don't say anything about it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
So he
prison.
he
I'm like,
he was put on trial himself. He was convicted, 12 years in prison,
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
damn, just for knowing.
just for knowing.
I mean,
He did testify against McVeigh, and he got his sentence reduced
I'm not s-
because
yeah.
he testified against them.
look, I'm
Okay.
not saying that like he is like in the right for not saying something, but like also, isn't it a little like, I don't know. It just seems like the law is a little weird sometimes. How like
How harsh it is?
how it applies to like the regular folk, but it doesn't apply to like
Oh yeah.
everyone
The elite,
else. Yeah, the elites.
the deep state.
I mean, no, like the same like
No,
this.
the rich? Or are you talking about black, white?
No,
No.
like deep state.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
no, for
Yeah.
example, it's like okay,
Yeah.
so it's like the federal government's like, oh sweet, we want to go to Kuwait to get oil,
Yeah.
and like we're gonna make up some bullshit,
Yeah.
and like cause death and mayhem and destruction. Like motherfucker, all of them knew about it,
Yeah.
and they're like, what's the problem? Well, and so I'm saying like it's like rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Like all these things. It's like, oh well, if you get convicted of insider trading, you're like all this blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, like fucking Nancy Pelosi
Is like the best
Pelosi
trader,
is like
best
the
trader in
greatest-
history.
the greatest trader in this, and like, or even like not even her, like all these politicians that
Yeah.
are like trading in energy securities, and they're over the energies commission. But somehow that's like totally cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But if like if I don't
Yeah, that's fucking
if I don't pay
bullshit.
taxes on like my fucking Cash App money, I'm getting fucking nuked. Yeah. I'm in
think-
5 years in prison.
Yeah.
Like,
but in relation to this case, do you think that
I'm just saying
because he was like a low bred?
no, I know, no.
what's the word?
I'm just saying that the concept of like you know something bad's gonna happen, don't say something. I'm not saying he's in the right. Like, no,
Yeah,
fuck this
okay.
guy. This guy,
Yeah.
fuck this guy.
Should've
This guy's
said
a piece
something.
of shit.
He had something to do with it.
No, this guy's a piece of shit.
Well-
he knew this was gonna happen. People died.
I don't think he had
kids
to
died.
do
Fuck
with it. He just had the responsibility that he knew something bad was going to happen. He should have reported it.
I agree.
So
I
there
fully
definitely should be some punishment for him.
100%.
But I wouldn't say like he's part of. Like I wouldn't say he's on the same level
He's
as
like
the
part
other
of
two
the
guys.
conspiracy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Just because they're like, oh man, we're gonna do
Okay,
this.
so
Maybe he thought they were
hear
full
me
of
out.
shit. I don't know.
So hear me out. Hear me out. We go to a bar. Us
Yeah.
three. Yeah, us three are at a
Sounds
bar.
awesome.
Fucking shipwrecked.
Love it. This is great.
PBRs and
Oh
margaritas.
man, like deep.
PBRs and margaritas. Double fisting. Yeah. I get into a fight with a dude.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I stab him in the neck with a fucking pool stick.
I don't know if that would happen.
I'm ripped like that.
With a pool
I'm
stick.
fucking, no, hear me out.
This is like-
In theory, yeah.
Like, okay.
I fucking, and I kill the shit out of him because I'm
Because
ripped.
you rip his throat out.
Like
brute strength.
Fucking-
It's brute strength.
Yeah,
what-
Steven Seagal,
what's
whatever.
that guy's name in Casino when he gets the pen and he's like,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
fucking Pesci.
yeah, Joe Pesci.
Yeah. Anyway, so obviously I do that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, obviously.
Tuesday.
And then I leave.
Okay.
So what's the what?
What do you guys do? And or if you
Are
don't
you
do
saying
anything-
are we going to snitch on you?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you don't snitch, what's your penalty?
No, okay, this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
This is a little bit different.
I know.
This is like-
I know.
'Cause it
This is
already
like-
happened.
I know.
This is
I know.
premeditated.
I know.
They're
I
like,
know.
if you
And
were
he
like
killed 100 people.
No, but
Yeah.
it'd be different if you're like Eric's like, yo boys, I'm about to go fucking kill this motherfucker. I'm about to shank this motherfucker. I'd be like, okay, like, wait,
Simmer down.
why don't we go to a different bar? Like, let's get the fuck out of here.
No, but in,
But it'd be
in
premeditated.
concept. I know, but let's just say it's a passion thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
if
But I'm
that
just saying.
if that was a passion thing, I wasn't at the bar.
So you would not report.
I wasn't at the bar.
You were
Eric, who?
I was like, what? I'll be like, dude.
All right, I do
I'll
love
be
the support. I do love the support.
I was next to my wife the entire time.
I was
I
just
do
taking
love
a
the
shot and
I got the
I don't know
receipt.
what happened behind me.
Now, okay, good. So you guys are got my back. I
Oh, so
love
this is
it.
all test.
I love
This is all
it. Yeah,
test.
I love it. No,
It's
fantastic.
like perfect.
Yeah, you're not dead to me. Fuck it. No, but now I get arrested and I get charged with murder, and I then get
And
convicted.
you call us out.
No, and then I get no.
Yeah,
not
he's like,
necessarily.
oh, I was with Sean. I was
Not
with Jorge.
necessarily.
Oh.
And then we get dragged in.
No,
Oh,
no, not necessarily.
Like, me and Jorge
Because
were
no,
at
no.
Busch Garden.
Yeah.
Like, we were not there.
We got the zoo.
like, I got pictures.
No, because Timothy McVeigh did not say that.
Yeah.
He didn't rat out the
They
other guys.
fuck. They were,
did.
They
that.
were like, yeah. Okay.
So it would be essentially I get arrested,
Okay.
and then witnesses at the bar say Jorge was there, Sean was there.
Like, there's a lot of Mexican and brown people in there.
So then
What
I
was it
get
me?
convicted.
these aren't
I-
even tattoos. These are spray on.
I
This
get
is-
convicted and I get sentenced to life. Yeah,
Okay.
for killing somebody.
Yeah.
totally,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Okay. What is your punishment?
Dude, I was.
What is the
okay.
right thing for your punishment?
No,
See,
there's
for
no
us,
punish-
there's
there's no
He did no
punishment.
punishment.
No.
He got 12 years.
No, but Eric, that was premeditated.
Yes.
No, he just knew about it.
No, he
Yeah, but-
knew that they were going to bomb a building.
Exactly.
It's different than
It
like
is
a
different.
crime of passion when you're like,
is
dude spits in your face and you
is
shank him, and we're
At a
like,
bar,
we're like at the
when
bar.
you fucking
Like,
drinking
even
and,
if,
like-
okay, so if you say that, like in that situation, like the bartender goes to prison
Exactly.
because he was there.
Then
and he
everybody
saw
in
it,
there.
and
Okay.
everyone's in prison. Like
Okay. All right.
the whole city's in prison.
I guess what we're getting
it's
to is
premeditated.
do you think that 12 years was right?
No, the fact that he knew.
He knew
it
about
seems
it.
like he knew that they were going to bomb and kill all these people.
Okay. So I guess
So that's
the
he knew
better
and he didn't do
analogy
shit
would be
about it.
if I was going to bomb some
Yeah,
shit.
no. If you were like, "Hey, I'm gonna
And
kill
then
this
you knew about
motherfucker,"
it.
and
No,
we're like,
many people.
"Okay, I'm gonna kill everybody."
I'm gonna bomb shipwrecked. I'm gonna bomb.
would instantly
I'm gonna bomb-
fight you.
Yeah.
To stop
I'm
it
gonna
from
bomb the
happening.
entire bar, and then
Yeah, then
that's
then,
the point. Is
no,
Yeah.
then yes.
Do you think it was 12 years was enough? Was
no?
appropriate?
Too much or enough?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think
I mean,
I think
it
it's
was like,
deserved, man.
I think
In this
Really?
case, just because of the gravity of
dude,
what happened.
160 people, 19
That's the-
kids.
Like,
bro.
let's say that he would have bombed and one
True.
person would have died. I don't think that he would have gotten 12 years, but because of the way, it
played
worked
out.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
there's way too many lies.
Yeah. Okay.
And the fact that he knew about it,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you were like, "Yo, I'm gonna bomb
Yeah.
this building," I'd be like,
Yeah.
So I love you, but like, sorry.
Yeah.
I gotta tell somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know again,
Anonymous call.
again, as we do, we're joking, but
No, and dude, it's
You know what I
there was
mean?
hundred,
It's a horrible-
dude, so
horrible-
many people died. That's why I'm
horrible
thinking
thing.
it's valid.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he should have. My whole point in saying that was that not that he was like in the right.
yeah,
It's just if you look at like if you flip the coin to like how many things that like the knowing, obviously
knowing about it and could have
9/11,
doing
I'm so
something.
fucking-
Yeah.
Oh God,
dude. Yeah, I think there's
I
a
know.
lot of people that knew about that and nothing happened.
yeah,
So that's what I'm saying.
yeah. I get
Fuck
it.
this guy. This guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He should have go to jail. He deserves to go to jail.
Yeah.
Like he's a piece of shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, here's what we're gonna do because
Piece of shit.
so
Reiterate.
there's a lot more to go over, and so we're gonna do an episode 2.
Yeah.
we're gonna do a part 2.
Yeah, we got to dive a little deeper into this.
So we
and-
have a couple things. I'm going to give you a little teasers about part 2, which is that there was another person seen
Another one?
at the scene.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Maybe
so
it was
we don't
wearing-
know who it is.
Maybe it was wearing
numerous.
disguise. Like,
Numerous eyewitnesses described a second suspect, but the FBI concluded that McVeigh acted alone.
acted alone, but like two of the motherfuckers went to jail.
Again, with the FBI acted alone.
Well, the best is like
Scenario.
the FBI never made a mistake ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've always been above board. Like them and the CIA.
There's a couple of theories about how the government knew it was going to happen and they let it happen.
We got to get into that.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. I feel like in these situations, like I feel like the government always wants a real quick, like decisive,
Right, kinda like,
oh,
move on.
It's done.
Yeah.
We handled it.
Yeah.
Like rebuild. Like they really want it. They don't want it to be like, who the fuck did this shit?
Right,
like,
right,
because
right.
if people get worried and they're like, then they lose faith in the system.
Yeah.
They can't have that.
There's a couple about false flags. Have you ever heard of the false flag movement, or not movement,
No,
but like
the
false
concept,
flags
yeah.
the concept of it, where you're trying to essentially divert American attention by some major event. And, this just happened to be during the Gulf War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9/11 Patriot Act.
And yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
False
And
flag.
so there's a lot of,
Facts.
also he got the death penalty and it moved very fast. In relation to a death penalty,
Typically, it takes like 10 years before you're
that's
getting
right,
killed.
and
Like,
it happened.
It's like so.
It happened
long.
in about 4.
Oh, wow.
So
They
it
were
was
like-
a fairly
Get him out
it's a
of the
fairly
picture
fast-
now.
yes, it was a fairly fast thing. So, anyway, so we're gonna go over more, and the next episode will be all about the conspiracies that are related to Oklahoma City bombing. And again, I just want to say, it's 168 people passed away.
Like, Tuesday.
And,
we like disclaim every episode with a disclaimer.
Exactly.
Like we're not laughing at the situation.
And if
at
anything,
all.
what we're trying to do is we're trying to analyze the situation and go, okay, this is a part of history that happened that maybe not everybody knows the details about that history, and then go over it and then go, what really fucking happened?
Dude,
Yeah.
and that's and
Right?
also it's like the thing is like look, if people can't you have to be able to confront history, because if you're not willing to confront what has happened,
Yeah.
you'll never be
You'll
able
miss
to
out like what could happen right in front of you right
exactly,
now.
and you'll never be able to to grow and advance from it, because if we just
Yeah.
like completely neglect what has happened in the past, the past will repeat itself, as
Yeah.
Jorge was saying. Like,
Yeah.
it'll just happen again and again and again and again, because you're not, it's like, hey, it's like if I touch a hot stove, shit, that burn. But
You should learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch that hot stove again. But obviously, if you forget about it, you might touch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple,
That's right.
It's a very simple analogy, but
That's right. So next time we will do part 2, and we'll catch you guys next Tuesday, huh?
Peace out.
see you next Tuesday. 9 and 8.